First round series. This is post-game coverage here on NBA TV. I'm Matt Weiner, Jason Terry, Carlos Boozer right over there. Blazers outscore OKC by 20 in the second half. The Thunder's troubles from the three-point line continue. Turnovers were a problem in this one as well. And what was a very entertaining and intense first half became a blowout in the end.
Became a blowout, and it became the Dame and CJ show. I mean, these two guards are phenomenal. They put on a show from start to finish. I mean, what can you say? I mean, OKC, your struggles continue. You knew what your weaknesses was going into the offseason. You didn't address it. Now you're in the playoffs. You're a contending team, but you just don't have any shooting. 10 for 61 from the three-point line in 2 games.
Yep.
It doesn't get any easier now. You go back home where the pressure's going to be on you. You're in an 0-2 hole. And they're going to have to come out fighting. But you know what? One thing you do know about OKC, in Oklahoma City, it's a great fan base. They'll be excited. Their defense will ratchet it up. And hopefully they can get CJ and Dame to miss shots. But right now, they got a lot of answers. And for me, taking 61 threes in 2 games on the road is a formula to be going fishing.
For a team that was 22nd in the league in three-point shooting, it doesn't seem like the ideal route, right?
No, shouldn't be the game plan at all. Booze, I don't know what to tell them, but, I mean, Ray Allen's still available. Jason Terry could come out of retirement. But, no, in all seriousness, they're going to have to find a different way to attack. And it can't be the quick early threes that they're taking. I mean, some of those threes they're taking early in the shot clock, they can pass those up, have a second attack of penetration, and then, try to kick out for threes. But right now they're just taking the first available shot.
Yeah, but shout out to Portland, man. They obviously won game 1. They came out game 2, wanted to pounce on Oklahoma City, and they did that. Their 2 leaders, Dame and CJ, had huge games. Everybody else did their role very well, did a good job playing great defense, making Russ take contested shots, tough shots. He had a tough night shooting.
Yep.
Paul George got going a little bit, but then offensively, Dame just started cooking from all over the place. CJ was making shots all over the place. They shared the ball. They played solid defense, enough to get a great cushion. That's the thing I think OKC is missing. They need to hang their hat on their defense and stop worrying so much about their offense. Obviously, you got to score more points and the team to win, but their defense has to pick up.
Well, their defense was elite first half of the season. It tailed off toward the end.
And you're talking about a jump shooting team in the Trailblazers. You give up 44 points in the paint.
Right.
I mean, now it's pick your poison, because when you have the ability to shoot from long range and, guys fear that, but you're allowing them to attack the basket and break down your defense, it just opens up the perimeter game. And so that's why you see, Portland shoots 40% tonight from 3, 13 for 32. They never took anything away from them tonight, and those 2 guards were very comfortable from start to finish.
62 points comfortable, C.J. McCollum and Dame Lillard. Let's take a look at the highlight from Game 2 tonight. Of course, Portland won Game 1 on Saturday. Paul George had a miserable shooting day that one. Thunder had come in with 10 straight postseason road losses, and C.J. McCollum intent on keeping that streak going.
Yeah, he came out very aggressive. Ooh, with the one hand off the glass. No, he came out very aggressive. Great one-on-one player. Does a great job of mixing it up. Has great finishes off the backboard and was very aggressive.
He hit 16 at the half. Some good signs from George, as you mentioned.
And Paul George told you in Game 1 he hadn't practiced in 4 days.
Right.
His rhythm was off just a little bit. But we know Paul George is a bucket. And when he starts to get it going, he's tough to stop.
You see him still working out the kinks in that shoulder. It's all, actually both shoulders are all taped up, but creates some space there. Harkless hits the deck, and PG hits the short jumper.
Yeah, another one of the best one-on-one players we got in the game. And like JT said, he's a walking bucket.
PG-13 had 27. Westbrook and Damian Lillard right at each other all night. This was entertaining. Sometimes testy, but mostly entertaining.
Oh, we love it. And these are 2 of the fiercest competitors we have in our game today. But right now, advantage, Dame.
He did it. No, he did it. No fouls called on either player, by the way, on that play. Enes Kanter, 20 points, 18 rebounds in Game 1. Falls on the floor kind of awkwardly, clutched in the right hand, and he would leave the game. Eventually would come back briefly in the 3rd quarter, but something to watch as this series moves forward. Didn't really matter as far as the game was concerned. Time winding down. McCollum winding up. Beats the buzzer at halftime to tie the game at 54.
That was a big momentum play going into the half because OKC pretty much had control in the first half. And just like they finished, they got it right back going early in the third. Dame Lillard from downtown.
Third quarter was Lillard's and the Blazers. He had 11. They outscored the Thunder by 16. OKC also turned it over 8 times in that third quarter.
They gonna leave a Curry wide open?
Never. That's a Cardinal sin. Any Curry. Even the little ones.
Facts.
Don't leave them open. Lillard, a second buzzer beater. And that made it a 16-point game.
And that is tough.
Dame mean business. I like that. I like that look on his face. He mean business.
McCollum with a 33-point night.
And McCullough had it going on all night long.
Lillard with the interception. Bad turnover there. Easy, well, not an easy bucket. Tough finish. 2 of his 29. And Portland takes a 2-0 lead with a 20-point lead, or win, I should say. Afterward, Dame Lillard with Stephanie Reddy.
Guys, we're tied at halftime. What happened in the second half?
It was a really physical game in the first half. They started off the game really well, and we expected that. So we just had to weather that storm. Keep our composure, and understand what it took to take over the game. And we matched that, winning at halftime, tied up. And it was who was going to come out and have a better start to the third. And we knew it wasn't going to be about offense. We knew it was going to be about defense. So we turned it up on the defensive end, and I thought that was where we separated ourselves.
I'm glad you brought the defense up. Your team is not known for your defensive prowess. What have you all changed as you go into the playoffs?
I think our communication has been much better. Our effort has always been there, but now we're doing it smarter. We recognizing play calls. We playing players' tendencies. We just playing much smarter. And I think that's half the battle, especially when the effort is there. And we've been on top of things. We came out and took the challenge. And like I said, that's where we was able to separate ourselves.
All right, now this series moves to Oklahoma. What is it going to take for you all to find success on the road?
Coming into this game, we said we got to be better in this game than we were in game 1. And going on the roads, you got to be better than you were in the first 2 games. And the series doesn't start till you win on the road. So we're going in there trying to get this first one. And if we don't get that one, we're trying to get the 4th one. But we got to get one of them.
So the Portland Trailblazers have now won 13 of their last 15. They are 9-2 since Yusuf Nurkic suffered that compound fracture. At the time, it sure looked like, oh, man, this could be a real problem for the Blazers come playoff time. They're rolling right now. How much confidence are the Blazers playing with?
A lot. Obviously, Neil O'Shea doing a great job of going out and getting Cantor just in case. Great backup big, but now with Nurk being out, he comes in starting. He's doing a great job plugging up that paint. And they're honestly, in the playoffs, your stars got to play like stars. And their stars are playing like stars, leading this group, hitting big shots, weathering the storm, as you heard Dame say right there. Early on, OKC had a 10-point lead, playing very well. They weathered the storm. They come all the way back, tied at the half. And then they just slowly just go right past them in the 4th quarter, just keep pushing the gas pedal. So for me, very impressed by what they've done as a group of guys, as a team. And I'd be interested to see how they bring that to Oklahoma City.